Hey, bitches.
And now, once again, from the iconic city of Baltimore, we bring you season 2 of Helena Hologram. Hey, bitches. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Hello.
We had some technical difficulties, but that's okay. I am here to help out. As a social producer, we do what we got to do. So that being said, without further ado, y'all ain't come here to see me. Y'all came here to see the woman that had introduced herself. So without further ado, here she is, Miss Helena Hologram. Do your thing, boo.
Hey, bitches, what's going on? I'm sorry we're a little late, but you know what, bitches, better late than never. We're excited. I'm glad to be back for season 2. You know, I did hear through the grapevine that little boy who took my place, Derek, was talking some shit last week, but I didn't go and get my breast done. I didn't go have no abortion or none of that. So you heard it straight from me. You know the bitches that be trying to old bitch like me, but that's okay, girl. Do look like my titties are bigger? Eric?
They look gorgeous.
You did. I don't know. You did something to him, H2. That's all I know.
It's called pumping him up. Okay.
Yeah, Miss Pat, everything is good, baby. We is
But
back
I'm glad
on.
you guys are back. Roofers, welcome to Hey Bitches Live. I'm that bitch, the original Hey Bitches herself, often imitated, never motherfucking duplicated. I am her, honey. I am here. My special guest for the evening is my nephew. I'm gonna let him introduce yourself because I could go on and on and on and on and on, but I'm not gonna do that. But I got some shit for you before the end of this night. I'm trying to tell you. We might even talk about sexual position shit.
Oh, sucking now.
How y'all doing?
Go
I'm
ahead,
Keith.
nephew.
Like the whole
Introduce
introduction,
yourself.
I don't be knowing what to say.
Introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. First of all, my name is Keith. I am from Baltimore, Maryland. I guess there's a lot of different ways that I can identify myself. I've been working in the community for about like 10, 15 years. Um, I've been on different levels. I was one of the first Baltimore City Youth Commissioners. I went to work at the Baltimore City Health Department, where at the health department I was able to help with the community support, produce a lot of various projects, such as the free ball, the have balls get tested campaign, different things like that. 2 years ago, I ran for public office for the 43rd District Legislative Committee. So I've been doing different things. I've been a house father. I've been in politics. So, and like 3 years ago, I did the first ballroom event at the world-renowned Smithsonian. So they wanted to have a day that they wanted to bring different people from the community together, because what we think about the Smithsonian, lots of times the only people that go there is like internationals or like
Right.
visitors. As far as the locals, they don't really go to the Smithsonian. So they really wanted to do something locally. And for me, for them to do a ball was really placed in ballroom where it needed to be. as an art form. Like you can't get much higher than the Smithsonian. And then after that, I did the Peabody Ballroom experience, um, and that was a great thing at Peabody. So um, a lot of my work was really pushing ballroom where it needed to be and try to get various resources to our community. So I hope that was a good answer.
How was it? How was it when you was the youth commissioner, and do they still have one?
Yeah, they actually do. The Baltimore City Commission was something that was developed with Mayor Sheila Dixon, and who I think was a fabulous man. Actually, is one of my mentors. Um, and the youth commission was developed from them. I mean, from her. It was really to have youth adding advice and recommendations to various agencies and elected
Mhm.
officials around the city of Baltimore. So that actually is still going on, and it's still going strong, and still doing great work.
Who's did the new mayor is the new mayor taking part of it? Is he still a part of that initiative?
Yeah, actually, Brandon, I think he has a great youth initiative. And just so all the viewers, just so y'all know, I'm actually driving. I'm on my way out of town actually, but um,
No, don't get no accident on our behalf, honey.
Okay, but hold on,
no, my
honey.
son just took over. Would you like to say hi? Say hi. Hey. Mhm.
Hello,
Okay, hold on. You
how
know
are
we gotta talk
you?
to our peoples now. We gotta address these comments, okay?
Okay, they got comments. Go ahead, get the comment. Hello, I don't know who that is. Is that Leah?
That's Miss Red. Miss Red says hello.
Hey, Miss Reds, I
Hello.
love you.
How are
Mwah,
you?
mwah.
You know Miss Pat is in the building as always. Love you, Miss Pat. Yep. Miss Red said let them know.
So
Roger,
Keith,
what's up, Big Rod? What's going on with you?
Keith, give us a little because a lot of us are green. Give us a little ballroom history.
Um, about me or just about ballroom in general?
Well, in ballroom in general, but in doing that, also I'm putting your your accolades as well.
Okay. Um, ballroom been around. Hold on, one second. You go that way. Ballroom been around. Actually, ballroom was derived from the drag community, basically, which is why me and you have talked several times that I don't necessarily understand why it is a separation between the ballroom community and the drag community. Um, but it was actually derived from the drag community. The drag community was around first, um, and it was kind of like to provide a family structure. And so, because a lot of the participants at that time, I mean, me personally, um, luckily, I did have the support of my family and stuff like that, but a lot of people didn't. So the various families were really to add that support, like a surrogate family. And then from then on, they went on to compete in various competitions. New York has definitely always been the mecca of everything. Like, go to New York. But it's spread to different states around the country, and now it's even in different countries. So, everybody always think of ballroom when they think of ball, they always just think of voguing, but it's a lot more than voguing. You got runway, which I personally walk. I'm a legend for runway. You have runway, you have performance, you have realness, where it's really to see how well you will blend into society. Like, can you blend into whatever it is that you're walking, and can you, if you're um, a if you're a trans man or something like that, do you blend as a man? If you're they call it queen, but
Uh-huh.
you look like that's what it basically is. Wrong way, which always think about performance, but it's a lot more different categories. And like I said, it's all over the country, and even went to different countries.
What are you if you could just off the top of your what would you think would be considered name five legendary houses?
All the top of my head.
Yeah, just off
um,
the top of your head. I mean,
My legendary houses. Um, of course, the House of Ebony, the House of Revlon, the House of Dior, which was my first house. Um, Balenciaga, Prodigy. There's a lot of it's, it's quite a few houses.
So what were some of the well you still have a title now, right?
I'm sorry.
You still hold a ballroom title now, right?
Well, yes, I'm a legend from runway. I've also walked performance. Um, my first category was Builders with a Twist. That's when I started out, like the first time. When I was first getting out there for the House of Dior. Um, and then after that, I walked. I went on to Ebony, which I walked performance and runway. So I'm a legend from runway right now, like I said. So, but I still cut
Okay.
from time to time. You feel me? You know,
So,
put the right beat on, I just might cut for you. You know.
okay, well put the beat on, son. Let's see how
Oh,
he can
wait a
cut in
minute, not right now.
a small confined space.
Okay. Well, you're supposed to vogue in a box. So let's see if I can really vogue in a box. You know.
Okay, well I'm here for it. Give me some lights, camera, action. We here for it, honey. And wanna have
Okay.
people. Hey, Eric, can you pull up that Meech question for me?
Yeah, don't forget about our peoples now. They chiming in.
He said, "What is the
Okay.
future of ballroom, and how does one educate the masses about the culture?"
Yeah,
Um, I think experience is always the best way to educate yourself. Like that's what when the Peabody Ballroom experience. That's how that was kind of like for example, the free ball. The way the free ball came about, we went around and we did various um, groups around different parts of the city and with different demographics. And when we went to the LGBTQ community, one thing that we asked is how do we get our services more so out there? Because at the health department, I was their first youth outreach coordinator and also gender minorities coordinator. So it was like, what can we do differently? How can we get our services and resources out to the community? And one way that people kept saying is, why not do a ball? So with the health
Mhm.
department, that was a great experience doing the free ball. But however, with the Peabody Ballroom experience, it was like let's educate before we put the ball out there. So we did a series of education workshops and stuff like that because the best experience, because the best way to learn is by the experience. Going to balls, seeing them firsthand, stuff like that. Paris is burning. Some people say it's a little outdated, but I still think it's a good resource. Personally speaking, that's my personal opinion. Um, and in May, it will be a documentary coming out called Into the Light. That'll be coming out in May. So you'll be seeing me on that too. It's like, really from a Baltimore perspective. So that's a great way. And that'll be coming out in May again, as well as, like I said, just going to balls. And as far as the future of ballroom, I think ballroom has become really mainstream. Now you got Vogue Evolution, you got different things like, people now know. So it's not the underground community that it once was now is actually coming out into the forefront.
So, what do you if you could just off the top of your head, what would you think would be one way to bridge the gap between the drag girls and the ballroom scene?
I honestly think like what you're doing. You you know, bringing more ballroom education to the
Yeah,
community. You know what I mean? Because honestly, there's no reason for us not to um, be having the same arenas. Like I know some show like some drag shows, they may have had ballroom performers, and I know at some balls they may kick it off with a drag performance, and they have lip sync as a category. So I don't, we could basically support each other, honestly.
right,
Like
right, right.
more drag girls can come to balls, more ball people can go to drag shows. Like, why not support each other? We're all we have. We have so much stigma from the outside community that why why can't we support each other? We really need to band
Right.
together and make sure that we all have successful events. Make sure that we communicate with each other. Maybe have a calendar or something
Right,
where
right, right.
drag shows are in the city and when balls are in the city so that people can know about them. You know what I mean?
What about the older the older girls who still have the mindset that the reason why they don't go to balls is because it's too much fighting. Have that changed over the years? I mean, where are we with that? What's the fear
I,
factor of people not wanting to go to balls?
I mean, when people tell me that, it kind of honestly, that be kind of like an irritating statement because I've been to funerals and fights broke out. So at the end of the day, it can happen anywhere. Now, I mean, I've been to a lot of balls and they've been peaceful. They ended, um, how they supposed to end and everything. So I mean, that can happen at any kind of event. You know what I mean?
Right.
So with it's also about knowing your promoter, knowing who's throwing the event, stuff like that. Then you can kind of pace like, okay, this probably gonna be a good one. Like one thing about me, I've always made sure I've given out all my money at the end of the night. I don't want nobody to say Keith pocketed a thing. You get what I'm saying? So I make sure I give out all my money. It's been times that the ball may not even profit, and I still made sure everything was given out. So I really want, people just need to know what event they're supporting and stuff like that.
Well,
So
yeah, I think I think that's what people keep in mind, and unfortunately, the life that I live, you're always going to run across stereotypical people, just like the question I just asked you, fight, but they are they like I'll use this as an example. Some people always connect ballrooms with fights, and then some people always try to connect thinking that drag queens want to be women. I don't want to be nobody's fucking woman. So So my thing with that is, it's a lot of it's a lot of stereotypical stuff, and I guess it's our job to where you go?
Okay. Yeah. Hold on, H2. We gotta address some of these comments. They piling up on me now.
can you see me?
Okay, go ahead, send them. There you go. I can see you now. Now you look handsome.
All right, here
Praise
we
the
go.
Lord. First you was black.
Oh,
All right, here
oh,
we go.
oh, you couldn't see me at first. Here I go. Hey, how y'all doing?
Okay, we got Big Red in the house talking about what tariffs.
I'm sorry.
Joe saying hi to
He
JoJo.
was talking about your title.
Yeah, we got Big Red going on saying, hey everybody. Miss Pat says, please
What's
be
up, Big
safe.
Red?
We look, we know you text you. We got you, Miss Pat. We good. Hold on, y'all. Here we go.
Thank you, Miss Pat. One one one.
Thank y'all for joining us. We apologize for technical difficulties. We appreciate that.
My
I love
testicles was in the wrong place.
I love to see when people walk the bar and say, Miss Pat, he driving. Yes, he is. Did I meet Keith when I was at with the Basement Boys and Alternate? I love Paris is Burning.
If you was there, he probably was there too, probably somewhere around.
Yeah. Probably somewhere around. Honestly, people don't
Yeah.
believe it, but I'm really shy in real life.
Okay, Big Meech
Huh?
says, what up, Meech? What do you believe the masses are supposed to know about the culture? What is the takeaway from the balls? What is the experience for straight folks who only see it as gay shit?
Oh,
Um, Oh, okay. Well, I mean, well, honestly, the takeaway from balls is like the unity and the competitiveness and all that kind of stuff. Like, those are the things that I take away from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, you have unity in your houses, you have unity in your family. You, it's great entertainment, it's great competition, it's, yeah. And as far as people going to look at everything the way that they're going to look at it, like I don't really concern myself with that. So it's going to be people. I mean, hey, it's straight men that dance, it's straight women that's a part of the ballroom scene. So it all depends on people just going to look at things the way that they want to look at it. So
well, yeah. I mean,
did I
you got
answer
to
all the
realize
questions?
that.
I don't know. 'Cause, 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 'cause
Oh, okay, baby. We were too. But see, you also got to keep in mind that ballroom scenes it helps you to be competitive. It to a certain extent it teaches you time management for those who know how to be on time. But anyway, and then you
It
got
ain't
like you
teach me
said,
that
then you
yet.
got huh?
It ain't teach me that part yet.
Okay, well, it taught her lane. It wasn't my fault I was late tonight, bitch, but I was here, honey. I tried to be here at 9 o'clock on the motherfucking dot, honey. Oh,
Yes, sir.
but no, I
Okay.
mean, and then, the it teaches you competitiveness. It teaches you time management. It teaches you discipline. See, I think a lot of times when people stop spending so much time trying to look at the negative aspect of shit and try to look at the positive aspects of things, then they'll see things a lot differently. A lot of people on the outside looking in come up with, well, I think this and I think that. You know how my mouth is. I said, bitch, don't nobody care what you think.
Okay. There's always
But
this.
what is
There's
your
always
plans
this
for?
type of
I
thing.
heard you're planning to put your hat in the race for. I'm thankful for legendary ballrooms from the '60s movies like Paris is Burning. Julie Newmar, thanks for everything, and TV shows like Pause continue paving the way. A lot of people continue for the traditional ballroom. But yeah, we have to be the people that don't let it die. I mean, we have to make sure that we keep our ear to the ground and help out in any way possible. We can't. We unfortunately we as just my opinion. I think we as black people we just let so much shit die around us and that has been a part of us for such a long time that it's crazy.
Yeah,
Hmm.
we see all y'all comments, everybody. We gonna get to them. Hold on, y'all.
You gotta keep in mind that like I was telling Eric a while ago, I think we as a race, we as people, I think we let more traditions fall by the wayside than anybody else. I remember back in the day, a family Bible was handed down to like 6 and 7 generations, and I don't even think nobody can find a damn family Bible now. Wedding gowns was handed down from wedding gowns were handed down from the great grandmother to the grandmother to the daughter to the other, but we don't we threw away all those traditions.
Hmm. And those are traditions that we ultimately should keep. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, and that's just how it is. I don't understand it, but that's those are things that we should keep. Like, we should not deprive our our children, whether they're your gay kids, your real kids, or whatever the case may be. We shouldn't deprive them of the things that we learned. You know what I mean?
right.
So the things that I've learned growing up, I still try to teach my kids at the end of the day. So,
How many how many
luckily,
children how many children do you have?
a few.
I have a couple. I have close to 50. I have a couple.
Okay, I think we're on the same boat. That's what I'm about to say. We're up there together. We're up there
But
together.
if you ever ask me to name all of them, I'm gonna tell you to kiss my ass. I can't remember them, honey. You know how you turn
We
around,
up
you
there
forget that
together.
one child. They be like, "Hi, mommy." I'm like, "When the hell did you become my child?" But hey, boy, how you doing? You're not.
Okay, we got
It was that drunk night at band camp.
another
Yeah.
question.
But that is just the point. How do we remove the stigma about the balls? I think, Misha, I think you're gonna have to say ballroom because every time you say balls, I get moist. So we're gonna have to watch your vernacular, honey. Um, the
Okay.
stigma about the ballroom is just like the stigma of black gay pride being only about sex parties and sex parties. How do we remove the stigma? And I'm gonna say this before Keith say something. See, one way to remove the stigma is we got to go and we got to be a part of it. We can't be on the outside looking in and just believing what the hell everybody say. You can't believe what everybody say if you're not there and know it. Something you just have to get off your ass and see the shit firsthand.
I got you. I mean, and honestly, I agree with you. That's ultimately what we have to do. We have to one. We In order to be part of part of the solution, you have to address the problem,
Right.
and we have to identify the problem. Honestly, some gay pride. I mean, gay prides do have sex parties at the end of the night. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, let's be honest, and so at the end of the day, I never been a person that preached like abstinence and all that kind of stuff. I preach. safety. So if it is a sex party, be part of understand the problem and be part of the solution. Hand out condoms at the sex party. Talk about prep at the sex party. You get what I'm saying? Because these things are not going to go away. But if you want a solution, sometimes you got to identify the problem, know the problem, and then say, now with let's see how we can try to make a solution with this. You get what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right.
um, yeah. So in balls, it is fights. People do have problems. Things happen. Stuff like that. So increase security. You know, they stuff like that. So I know that they had a ban list before, like people that get into like a lot of fights and stuff like that. They started banning people from balls. So it's all about if you understand the problem, then you can think of effective solutions. Honestly.
I
So
mean, because when you look at it, I remember, I'm a little seasoned. I'm a little older than you two young men. Praise the Lord, but I'm still looking good, bitch. Don't play with it. Lay with it, honey. Oh, I mean, that's just like
okay.
that. That's just like years ago. I was a go-go fiend. I used to go to go-go's everywhere. But guess what? Almost at the end of every fucking go-go, it was a fight. So you just can't say they do it at ballroom scenes. They used to have mad fucking fights breaking out at the end of the go-go before they even finish playing the last set. So it's not only the
Okay.
ballroom scene. I've seen a lot of events where they break out in fights and it wasn't a damn ballroom scene. Trust me.
hmm hmm It all depends. Like I said, I've seen fights at funerals. You know what I mean? So does that mean that if somebody I I'm close to die, I ain't gonna go to that funeral just because a fight might break out? I've seen fights at AFRAM. I've seen fights at cultural events. I've seen fights at various places. So
I seen fights at fucking drag shows. So fights are just
okay.
fights are just
Fights
fucking
can happen
fights, honey.
anywhere.
So I
Yeah.
say either
So
do one or two things. I say do one or two things. Bitch, either duck or move the fuck out the way.
okay, I agree. I agree. So
Okay,
it's all about
you
knowing the
true.
problem and trying to come up with solutions.
Israel, I don't think I don't think that house still exists. I think when the father passed away, and he moved on to excuse me for being so, and he moved on to several other women. I don't think it was about the house thing. So I think the house is six like had a funeral and about five people was there, but it was cute.
Okay, Big Meat is saying, please explain why Kiki balls develop.
Honestly, that question, I'm not a I'm not too advanced in. Honestly, I'm not really into Kiki balls like that, to tell you the truth. But I believe Kiki balls were developed because the ballroom scene, people in the scene or people that wasn't in the scene wanted to have fun. I do know that in the Kiki scene, a lot of people don't walk their regular ball categories. It's various people, so you could be at different houses in mainstream, but in the same house in the Kiki scene. So the Kiki scene was developed, I guess, to have more fun and take the seriousness out of ballroom a little bit. However, I do know that the Kiki scene has mirrored itself after the mainstream ballroom in some ways. Like they still have legend and all that kind of stuff, icon, and and with that, once again, the problems can arise still, even in the Kiki scene. So, but I do know the Kiki scene was developed to add more fun in it than the mainstream scene. But
So that's like the Kiki is almost like a carbon copy of the ballroom scene.
to me personally, yes, um, is like I know that various people in the Kiki scene have criticized mainstream in some way because, they say it may be shady and stuff like that. But then I've been to Kiki balls that's been shady, so I guess it could be the same thing. But I do know it was developed to add more fun. You know what I mean? And so,
So
but
like with the Kiki bar, you did with the Kiki bar, was it like you didn't
and
necessarily, in order to participate in it, you didn't necessarily have to be a part of a house to participate in it?
no, and what I liked about the Kiki scene too was the fact that it was young young people as well. So a lot of people were younger in the Kiki scene, which I think was great. So it was like and they did a lot of safe sex education and all that kind of stuff. So, but me personally, like I said, I just never was a participant really in any of these
Okay.
things.
This young registered nurse asked the question: as growing up, there was no ballroom in Jackson, Mississippi. Is there a way other states to get this experience? I only found out about it when I watched Paris is Burning. Well, I'll let him answer, but I mean, I mean, I know my nephew. I mean, I don't think any of them would have a problem with um put together a presentation as long as you guys know that putting together a presentation of that magnitude is not, I'm not being shady, bitch. I'm being real. Putting together a presentation of that magnitude is going to cost some money because bitches got to travel. I mean, you ain't gonna want nobody to come all the way to Mississippi. You ain't gonna pay for a bitch to get there and a bitch to eat and a bitch to get a hotel because you can't sleep with everybody because the bitch might try to lay with you. But that's not what we there for, Hardy. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, nephew.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, that's actually something that I do. I'm a private consultancy, so I I would love to come to Mississippi. I would love to. Oh, I heard Mississippi is awesome. The food down there, I heard it's great. The men, yes, take me to Mississippi. But
Right,
but I could, but I would love to come and we could do a whole ballroom curriculum. We could do a ball.
right.
We could do a lot of great things. So you can email me. You can hit up my auntie for my information. You know, yeah, that was something
Well,
that we would love to do.
either inbox him or inbox me and know that a presentation can be done. You can do a 1 or 2 day workshop. I mean, all things are feasible, but you just have to let him know exactly what you want because the ballroom scene has expanded a little bit more than what you may remember. Like you say, there's new categories now. There's some categories that they don't have, but to get the general knowledge of it, which I think what needs to be done is getting the general knowledge of it, and then everything else will come from there.
Yeah, we could tailor it however that you want to tailor it. If you want to have like a runway workshop or whatever the case may be, Vogan workshop, whatever it is that you
Right.
want to do, we can we can tailor it however you want. You know what I mean? So it's all about just letting me know. My email
Like
is
it, like as
princekeithebony
far
at
as
gmail.com.
identifying. Like, say that again. I'm sorry.
Oh, my email is Prince, like Prince Harry, Prince William, Prince Keith, Keith, Ebony, Ebony at gmail.com. All one word, Prince Keith Ebony at gmail.com. And we could tailor it however you want. We could do Vogan workshops, runway workshops, history of ballroom. I can arrange for speakers to come. However you guys want, we can
Right.
do it. I love collaborating. I love, working with learning people and students and everything. So just let us know. And, we could even do a
Well,
runway.
nephew,
We could do a ballroom
we can
drag
actually do
workshop.
that
Come on,
together
Auntie.
because right. I mean, we can actually collaborate and do that together because I'm in the process. Once this is over, I'm ready to take Hey Bitches live on the road. So I'm going to different states, different cities, and we can do everything at one goddamn time. I'm gonna be live up close to motherfucking person. I'm gonna have some bodyguards. A bitch might get slick and might want to try to slap a bitch, but I'm ready for it, honey. But no, and I think that's a way that we really need to dive into that as far as getting people more exposure to it.
Hmm. Absolutely, absolutely.
I mean, as far as the lingo, because I still have people today, and I'm 55 and still can't even. I get confused between a fucking femme queen and a butch queen. Shit, I don't know. They all gay to me. Shit, I don't know. So explain that to me, please.
Oh, the different term?
The difference between a femme queen and a butch queen.
Oh, they're completely different. A film queen is like a trans woman. A film queen is a trans woman. It's a person that has taken the
Okay.
effort to go and become a woman. It's a trans woman. A person that identifies, lives their life as a woman is a trans woman. A butch queen is kind of what I am. So it's completely different. It's a male that is open with himself and understands himself and stuff like that. I never said I was a trade, even though I can be a tradie butch queen. You feel me up? But it all depends. So yeah, it's a big difference.
One of our viewers said, "Love Keith Ebony Holt should soulful, old school, knowledgeable, speaking about the culture history. Quite handsome, darling." Okay, JoJo, girl, get your little pants together, honey. I know told you everybody gonna be getting
Yeah.
more stuff in this bitch tonight. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you so much, thank you so much. And running the family, look at you sitting over there, auntie, looking all good and stuff.
Child, I'm just being the virgin that I am. Praise the Lord. Okay. He said,
Thank you.
I agree with the sentiments, but the point I'm stressing is that the ballroom scene is synonymous with fights, as with local drag contests and black gay prides. Regardless of where the fights break out, the ballroom scene has such a negative persona, like a Jerry Springer or Maury Povich show. It overshadows the good that the scene offers, and you're totally right.
I agree with that.
But
I agree with
like
that.
he said at one time they was actually banning the troublemaker. So I mean, they've done things to try to bring it under control. But I mean, at the end of the day, you can try to stop as many fights as you want. But if you got niggas and crackers and Asians that's coming in there on their mind to fight, I mean, what the fuck can you do?
Hmm. Absolutely. Like, and I guess to show other, and I guess to show people that things have changed. That's why we have done a lot of different things. It's been live going on at balls. Like I said, in May, it will be a documentary, Into the Light, that will be coming out. So it's different ways that the scene, if you don't want to go to a ball, is you can still educate yourself about the ball. You can do workshops. You can do a lot of different things to still educate yourself about ballroom. So even if you don't want to go
Right,
to a ball because of all that going on, but it's really not as bad as people think it is. It's really, really not.
right.
It's really, really not. It's like
So what
Baltimore.
he
People
want
say
to ask a
Baltimore is
question?
such a bad city. It's not a bad city
No, it's not a bad city, it's just badass people. Anyway, he wants to
to
know how does one know how to trust a promoter of a ball? They are the ones who set the tone for the night, which you explained earlier.
Yeah, knowing your promoter, like I said, that when I throw my balls, I try to make sure. Well, I don't try. I do. I make sure that all the money is given out. I make sure that most of the balls that I do plan have some kind of educational undertone. Like with the free ball, we had different resources going on. We had the police department there, but the police department was not there to lock people up. They were there to provide employment opportunities to our community, to try to get more LGBT people on the police force. That was their purpose. But however, their presence was still felt because you still have police officers in police uniform. You get what I'm saying?
There
That
you
can
go.
lock people up. But I didn't want their presence there for them standing by the door because there's already too much tension between the community and the police department, and some of it is understandable, and some of it may not be. But however, at the end of the day, I didn't want them there for that purpose. So they did employment opportunities and stuff like that. So most of the balls that I have some kind of undertone. We have had performances at the balls and stuff like that. So once again, just knowing your promoter, knowing who's throwing it, making sure that they are a good person, and you know, yeah, and that they don't need
Making
your
sure
money
they legit.
for something.
And then and even down to the ballroom children, the police. Well, here in Baltimore, the police have always had issues with the community anyway. Whether you straight, bi, whatever. I can remember one time I came from the library and I was sitting on where where the Waxer building is.
Hmm.
So I was sitting right there. I mean, we know that that's a busy spot. I ain't gonna lie, everybody know that's a busy motherfucking spot. But anyway,
Okay.
I was sitting there and the police just said, "Can I look in your book bag?" I'm like, "Why? What the hell is going on?"
Okay.
He was like, "Why you coming from the library? Because don't people go to the library to get a damn book? Why you think I'm coming from the library?"
Absolutely.
What are some of the most impressive new categories that have emerged in the ballroom scene?
Um, I think all the categories are impressive, honestly. New categories. I can't. I don't know off the top of my head, but I think all the categories are impressive. I mean, my favorite category, honestly, is film queen performance. I've always said that. I love film queen performance because I love their hair. I love like the cat fight of it all, the cat, like that that's my favorite category and ballroom,
Oh, okay.
you know, period. Um, so it's yeah, I don't news. I
So
don't watch it either.
what I heard through the grapevine that you are planning on possibly before we do that. Now this one you need to think about before you talk about. Let's talk about if we think that the um what do you think about the effectiveness of gay and lesbian community centers? Period.
Um, I think they are effective, but not all are effective. I think
Okay.
that our community we definitely need, and we definitely need support. Like Safe Haven in Baltimore, I think that they do great work, great work, great work, great work. I love Aya, that's my sister. I think she does great work in Baltimore. Now, when we talk about community centers, I think that they could do a lot more, honestly. Like the GLCCB, which is now the Pride Center. I've been kind of vocal about them in the past. I don't think that they do nearly as much. I don't even know where they're located. So, that's something that I will be talking more about maybe in the future. But yeah, I
Do
think
they
that
do they do,
we already deal with a lot of stigma from the outside community, so that when we have services that are for us by us, that we should not shortchange our community. So that's just my opinion on
but aren't most of them still receiving federal dollars to present certain programs and initiatives?
it. I'm quite sure. I'm quite sure. I'm not in their pockets, so I can't say 100%. But I'm quite sure that that they receive various funding to do various services. And I just hope that those things get done. Once again, I have reached out and I have talked, and I've I've even offered my consultant um, abilities and things like that, both voluntarily and non-voluntarily, because I believe in what needs to happen in the community. So like I said, when we have services and programs for us, by us, we should not shortchange our community. Our community should know where you're located. Our community should have a transparent relationship with the places, and it needs to be resources and services that helps our community. I think that to not have those things is a complete disservice.
I mean, I'm just speaking for this area. I can't speak for Detroit. I can't speak for the LTA, ATL,
And
and
I'm
all that
only
good
speaking for
stuff.
Baltimore, yes.
I just think that the community center here for years have always thrown the African American LBGT community underneath the fucking bus. And I don't care if somebody don't like. I don't give a fuck. What you gonna do to me? You ain't gonna hit me in my mouth, okay? But I just think that they have just like basically. I mean, it seems like sometimes they just basically use us for fucking numbers, and we're more than just numbers.
Mhm. Absolutely, absolutely. And once again, the problem that I have is for us by us. So these are community centers that have a LGBTQ board and that have a LGBTQ leadership or of some sort. Like these are the community centers that are for us by us. You know what I mean? So I know the Pride Center, Merrick is a terrific president. Love Merrick. Merrick has always been a great leader in our community. But I do believe that the center needs more transparency, and we need to know what's going on. And it needs to be a center that we call home. That's one thing that I would always say about Dana at Buns. You could go to a lot of bars, you can go to a lot of clubs, but honestly, Buns was home. And a lot of
Yeah.
people thought that they may have been too fab to do events at Buns, even though so many people started there. I don't get it. But Buns was home. It wasn't too many bars, that the owner would do the things that he do, open up the club for practices, open up the
Right.
clubs for this, and that you have communications with them funds was home. So our community center should be home to us. That's just how it should be. And unfortunately, it's not.
No, it's not. And I think the community center, actually, I think the community center and the ballroom scene could actually be a excellent way to bridge the gap between the communities, whether the community be the ballroom scene, the drag scene, or the seniors and the young people. I mean, I think that would be the ideal place to bridge the gap. But how can we bridge the gap if we don't know where the hell they at?
I'm and I'm so well with that. Like I said, I have reached out. I have said let's do different things. The community center at this point they need to take the initiative. I've reached out, so hopefully they'll reach out to me or they'll reach out to someone. I the Pride Center of Maryland. I'm available. I'm willing. Just let us know what you need to do. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, because it's like but the way things going, it's not like you aren't reaching out to them. So I don't. I mean, I knew that they were moving, but nobody ever knew where, and now we still don't know where.
we don't know where. If you call, then you will get their voicemail, and that voicemail still says on Charles Street, and they're not on Charles Street. So I don't know where they are. So what happens if you have someone that genuinely needs services? Where do this person go? What do this person do? Should they go on Charles Street and stand outside the building? You know what I mean? So it needs some kind of transparency.
Yeah,
We need to know what's going on. And me as a community leader in the city of Baltimore, I've ran for election. I've had various citywide positions in the city, and for me to not know where they are, or for me to not be able to um, come to a community center in our city to do work and stuff like that, you know, I just don't understand. So
I don't. I mean, is it something that we may have to get our um our local councilman? Well, we can't really do that because we don't even know where the hell they at. So we can't get the councilman of that area to talk to them because don't nobody know where the fuck they at.
I'm sorry you break up.
I say, would it be feasible for us to get a city councilman to work with us on that? But that's gonna be impossible because we still don't know where they are.
Um, I mean, I think so. I mean, that's an option. Jabbar is our LGBTQ liaison for the city, and he's a great person, great person. Maybe reach out to him and see what kind of resources that we have. Me personally, I'm about to start some things up. I'm about to um, ask that this information be public and ask that I know for the last Pride that we had that was virtual, we did a town hall with the Pride Center, and Merrick once again the is the president of the board. Great man, great man. He actually came on at the town hall meeting and he stayed on throughout the duration of the call, and he answered as many questions um, that that he at that time could answer. However, now once again, we need information now. We need to know where the place at, what's going on, what kind of services you guys are going to offer. We need transparency. We need this is one of the most deadliest times of our lifetime during COVID,
Right,
and
right,
it's been already studies by John Hopkins that have shown that LGBTQ people suffer more um, suffer more isolation, suicide than any other demographic. So now we are
right,
doing COVID. So we're already a community that is already depressed, and then now we're locked in the house during COVID. This is the time that we do need resources. This is the time that we do need leadership in our community, and you know so and as much as I'm a person that loves collaboration, and I hate to speak negative on projects and stuff like that, but a spade is a spade. That these are the things that we need. You know, COVID is very, very
right.
deadly right now. We
And
we
you're right.
need
I mean,
these
and then
things.
we also
So
we also know that
we
those
did.
things are needed in our community, because we know they don't have no they don't have no shelters for our youth and our adults who don't have nowhere to go, and then they don't feel comfortable going into a mainstream shelter. So what the hell are we supposed to do?
And like I said, Safe Haven, Aya does great work with with the trans community, providing housing and stuff like that. But she can't do it alone. You know, so we
Right,
need to request that more money is allocated to our city for LGBTQ services. We need to make request that more money is allocated to our city um, for homeless um, projects and homeless initiatives, and we need to request these things on a state and federal level, because one thing about our community, and I'm quite sure you can understand this, Auntie, that and we will fuss and we will complain to our girlfriends, but we need to stop and we need to actually be like, okay, let's call out our state representation, our city representation, our federal representation, and say we need them now, because when election time come around, you're going to want my vote. So I need you to put some money to help me, to help my kids, to help my grandkids, to help my nephews, my nieces. You know what I mean? So
right.
we need to request these services.
But considering that this
Oh
is the
my God,
time,
my
because
son
in
is
two more
scaring
years, oh Lord, in two more years we getting ready to reelect some more senators. So now is the time to put a bug in their ear, like my nephew Mark said. I mean, right now it's kind of cool for us because we have two newly elected congressmen who are gay that has just been elected to Congress. One of them is out of New York, and fine as all get out. But I think I might burn up his. I might burn up his email one day and say, "Hey, big spender."
us.
So and that's define resources. Give the specifics of what's needed besides corn. Oh, we got. But I'll help them with that. First of all, one of the resources we need is we need housing. Another resource we need is we need affordable health care.
Uh-huh.
Another resource we need is we need, and a lot of people don't look at it. We need a damn 1-800 suicide fucking hotline just for us. People don't think about it, but bitch, we need it. We need a hotline so a bitch can call.
Uh-huh.
And no shade, I don't want no straight ass nigga on the other end of my damn call, honey, because you're not gonna help the situation. You gotta have a little softness. To you. I mean, it's so many things that we need that we would have to actually prioritize them. But I know for a fact, um, most people from our community don't feel comfortable going into a quote unquote heterosexual drug treatment program.
Uh-huh.
Because they don't want to be ostracized and criticized or whatever. So, I mean, one of the resources we do need, if y'all want to put us aside or whatever the fuck you want to do, honey, y'all know I'm ready. But we do need a drug treatment center that's going to focus on us.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Absolutely, absolutely.
Is Earlene Bud still a trans advocate here? I don't know who that is.
I don't know who she is, unfortunately. I mean, off the top of my head, I may know her if I see her or something, but I can't think of her by the name.
Well, yeah, we don't know, but I'm still here, bitch. 22 years and I'm still here slimming away some cute the motherfucker. Yeah,
Okay.
affordable housing and health care and shelters and housing. But see, the thing that y'all fail to realize is sometimes when they do this, they forget that we do have seniors in our goddamn community. We can't forget them. We have veterans in our community. We have
Very
people
important.
who spend a lifetime in the military, and because of who they were, all their benefits were snatched from them. So what are y'all go? What I mean, what is America going to do about that? I mean, you spend 10, 20, 15 years in the service, and because you gay, they snatch all your damn benefits.
Absolutely.
So I mean, we got to look out for our veterans. We got to look out for our seniors. We got to look out for our youth. I mean, we got look the same goddamn issues you quote unquote heterosexual people have. We have the same goddamn issues, honey. I'm
Same
trying
stuff.
to tell you, the same goddamn.
Nothing.
We have relationship problems. We do. Some of them cheat on each other. They do, not me. I'm not a cheater. That's why I'm a virgin. Praise the Lord. But yeah, I mean, the resources are so limited, and the sad part about it is, and I'm gonna keep it real, and I don't care if y'all don't like me or not. I really don't give a fuck. The sad part about it is, it just seems to me that it's a lot easier for our Caucasian counterparts to get resource quicker than us. And yeah, I said it, bitch. What you gonna do? Anybody gonna hit me in my mouth? It's a fact.
Hmm. And it's very sad that it's like that. It's very, very
It
sad.
it is. And I know if it's his, probably everywhere. I know Caucasian transgender, they go get their operations and everything, and it's like boom, boom, boom. So I did used to get now back in the day. I did used to give props to Hero, but there was another organization that the higher ups got caught up in the money, and you can figure out the rest.
What you want? Oh, pineapple. Yeah, Hero was a great organization.
It really was. It really was.
Hero was a great organization. I remember they had Project Olympus there.
Right.
So yeah, they had a lot of great stuff at Hero. Hold
Okay, let
on.
me see. Exactly. This is why I called them out specifically so we can hear it. Folks don't know what the needs are. They just jump them up. They just lump them up and treat them as no. Yeah, you're right. They do. They get and that's also because people don't know what we need.
Hmm.
But
Yeah,
we also need people in the right place to listen to and hear from us what we need. I don't need no my heterosexual brother, my heterosexual sister going to nobody's thing and be like, oh well, they need this and they no girl, we can speak for ourselves, but we need to stand up and begin to damn speak up. Oh, Eric say nice maths.
thank you. Thank you.
Erling
Thank
works
you.
for the Transgendered Health Empowerment. You ever heard of that organization?
Transgender health empowerment. Um, on the top of my head, no, unfortunately.
That sound like the thing. One of the things that I can't think of her name. Whew. I can't think of her name, but she was running that little trans program off of over west. I forgot her damn name, but it wasn't okay. She stole the money anyway, so it didn't make no difference. Shit. Okay.
Oh, on to
But we
shut
don't.
your
I
mouth and
mean,
shame the devil.
what's that say?
A beg,
What your
please. Oh,
man
my
say?
man.
Uh,
RDK.
well, I can put in my own. I can put in my own things for them acronyms, but I won't because I'm not going to say the wrong thing because I'm a fucking lady.
Boo, it's time for us to make some commercials now.
All right, well, we're
Okay.
gonna listen, y'all. We're gonna go on a commercial. We're gonna let my nephew get a little bit of stuff, but we got some show coming up for you because I got some shit we're gonna talk about. Y'all miss me. Y'all need to let me know y'all miss me. I miss y'all. Derek was in here talking all that shit about me last week, but I got that ass telling people I went and got an abortion and I went and got my titties done and all that carrying on. Well, we're gonna take a commercial break
They
and
look
we will be
fabulous. They
right
look
back and I'm gonna
fabulous.
show you my titties here.
Oh, sucking now. We'll be back, y'all.
Okay, y'all.
What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? This your boy Derek, the host of that fabulous show, Hey Bitches Live, the remix. with your boy Derek. Do me a favor. Go check out my Facebook page, HB Live, the remix with Derek. Like it, join it. That's one good way that you can always find out when my shows will be on. They're always on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Subscribe to that for me, and we got it going on. You know, Heyyy Bitches Live, the remix, the show that talks about all the things that a lot of us want to talk about and some of us are scared to talk about. So check me out, Heyyy Bitches Live, the remix with your boy Derek, a very proud member of the Nighthawk Network.
What's up, everybody? Eric Buckner here. You know Miss EB, Young Easy, Eric Buck, all that good stuff. Anyway, I'm here to kick it with y'all about this little podcast I've been doing. You know, I talk trending topics. I talk about the stuff we as people need to talk about. I talk about some things actually that people kind of want to shy away from, because we got to have these discussions, folks. That's how we get better. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, hold on. Yeah, so anyway, you know, I do it Tuesdays, 8:30 p.m. You can check it out on Facebook, on YouTube. You know, it's a good show. I say get into it. Yeah, you want to know the name of the show? You said, hold on. Hey, you, get off my lawn. Yeah, anyway, that's the name of the show, by the way. Get off my lawn. Check it out Tuesdays, 8:30 p.m. Let me go handle this. I'll be out.
Hello. It's another glorious day, my T-Steppers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your comforts together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat.
Darling.
H2, you back, boo?
Hello?
Hold on. H2.
Welcome back to Heyyy Bitches Live. I'm back. I was gone. And I say every time he get up in the camera, I'm thinking I'm looking at a different goddamn person. What the hell is going on?
I am so sorry. I was sitting up here, you know, when we was, you know, on break, I took a little lunch break and was, you know, eating.
Oh, okay, Liz. Thank you, Liz. So you say Derek was a little bit disrespectful last week. Oh, I got something for that ass. I'm gonna take my new titties. Y'all ready to see my titties?
You don't do it.
No, I'm not going. I'm a lady. I'm not going to show my tatas. I should. But yeah, Leah, thanks for letting me know, because my brother didn't let me know that Derek was out there talking all that shit last week.
Derek said he's going to beat me down if I stalk on it.
Okay, Derek, we got you. But yo, welcome back to Heyyy Bitches Live. I got my special guest, Mr. Keith Ebony Hope. I call him a ballroom historian. He's also a community activist. Wow. He's also getting ready to run for political office. Now listen to this. He was the first person who initiated a thing that we call the free ball. And it's now the free ball is everywhere. It's just a ball where you come, you walk your categories, you get information about HIV, you get information about syphilis. It's an informational session, but it's in the ballroom atmosphere.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, the free ball just had the 10th anniversary of the Know Your Status free ball. So I was very happy to have started that with the Baltimore City Health Department. So, and it's still going on. It's still going on. Yeah.
10 years.
Oh, I know, right?
I'm gonna have to come and make an appearance, honey. I have to get this cute old gown together. Then I might go and get my titties done.
Okay. They look wonderful.
My child, I had the same titties for 22 years. They ain't going nowhere. Eric, don't be looking at my titties. You so nasty.
I'm taking you to the 4.0.
But so you actually started that 10 years ago. How was it? Do you see the growth in it? Do you see the difference? Because
Well, when the free ball first started, like I said, we asked the community, like, what is it that you want? And have a free ball kept coming up. So with me, I then did research. I looked at the crystal ball and things like that was going on around the country, and the latex ball, they were going on before the New Year status. So I looked at them to see what was going on, and I also looked to see what was some issues with those events as well. And
right.
so the free ball, with some of those free balls, people said that the community wasn't included enough. So what I wanted to do is make sure that it was a partnership with the community the whole entire way. So the event was partnered with the Baltimore City Ballroom Coalition, and we rocked it out for 10 years, and it's still going on. So we wanted it to definitely make sure that it was not just a ball, but it did have information, linkages to various resources, and we had community partners. So that's why it's not just a ball; it's also a conference, and everything
I can
was
say because I went to the one time that you had at the Patasco Arena.
same one. Yeah, 10 years.
I mean, I went to that one, and I can say for myself that it was more than just a ball because I know I filled out something like that Monday or that Tuesday, whatever fucking paper I filled out. Somebody was calling me, said, "Can I speak to Elaine?" I said, "Wait a minute, let me go get her." But no, so I'm not one of the people that was on the outside looking in. I was actually there, and I actually saw
Mhm.
how it transpired.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So,
It took a lot of
so
work.
are the categories paid categories that I'm being nosy here, bitch.
Yes, all the categories are paid. We One thing that I really made sure is that even though it was a ball, it was actually the first ball that was 100% planned and paid for by a government agency. That the health department, it was a ball that they paid for and everything. I wanted it to still have that feel of a real ball because
Right.
when agencies help or organizations was drawing balls at the time, they were like at 1 o'clock in the afternoon and 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Ain't people not really getting up for that? You get what I'm saying? So I really wanted it to start later, like a real ball does, in the prime time, and I wanted it to give away money too. Actually, give away the kind of money that balls give away. So
Right.
we've had categories for $500. We had categories for $1,000. So in every category, because I felt that people come for a reason. So even the virgin categories, the newcomer categories, we still gave away money for those as well. So yeah.
And the Baltimore City Health Department paid for the entire thing.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. At
So
the
how
time
did
I
you
was
how,
there.
how did you how did you I mean because you're a ballroom legend as I call you, how did you go about picking your commentators, picking out who were going to be judges? How did you do that on your own, or you went to the Baltimore Drag Coalition and y'all decided, or how did you maneuver that aspect of it?
The the Baltimore Ballroom Coalition. Like I said, we partnered throughout the whole process. So when we decided who the commentators would be, and we decided what categories should be grand prizes, we partnered on those things. So we had our meetings. We sometimes would meet more than one time a week, maybe twice a week, maybe 3 times a week as the ball get closer to try to figure out some things. Because at first, and it's real funny when I look back on it. When the first free ball happened, I remember going into Sheraton because at first it was held at Sheraton. I remember going into Sheraton, and we only planned to have about 100 people, about 150 people. So you can imagine when 600 people showed up in the Sheraton Hotel, how that felt. You know what I mean? So um, it it was a great, like, I don't know, like there's so many memories from the free ball. So I remember when we had our first one, we really didn't expect for it to take off the way that it did, but thank God it did, and thank God it's still going on. So many people have been linked to services outside of going to the ball. It's been a lot of people's first ball that they went to. A lot of people hit me up. It was like, that was the first ball that I ever went to.
I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember my first ball. I can't think back that far, honey, but okay.
Okay.
But no,
Right.
but no. I mean, but and then you can like kill some of the bullshit that people were saying, because like when you said it was like 600 people showed up, there had to be advertisement for the damn thing, because I know damn well everybody didn't come from Baltimore. So why were people just being messy and say, oh, well, I didn't know about it? Well, bitch, how didn't you? I'm not even a ballroom child, and I knew the fuck about it.
Let me tell you something. It took so much advertisement. That was when I first started walking balls. And I would travel. So I would go to North Carolina. I'll go to the
Right.
Midwest. I would go to different places, and I would advertise. Because one thing about our community, you can't expect support if you don't support other people. You know what I mean? So I've always tried to make sure that I support as many people as possible. So I try to make sure that I went to as many events as possible around the country to to show support. So
like you said, like, me being in this business for 22 years, I had to, I started, I mean, I could go down the list of, which is not that important anyway, but I can go down the list of all the children I brought into the performance world. It is what it is. I don't do it for any fame or fortune. I just do it because it's something that they want to explore. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, when I can't speak for nobody else. I can only speak for me. When I went to the one at the Patasco Arena, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
It's a lot of goddamn people up in here. Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
I appreciate
It's a whole lot of goddamn, but and I think we need to, instead of people always going on Facebook, Instagram, blah blah blah, start showing some of the positive shit that happens at balls. Everybody's so quick to say, oh, this happened, oh, that happened, but nobody ever say when they was at a ball and there was a family that didn't have any food, that the ball presented them with a big ass box of food. Nobody ever see that. They always jump on the negative shit and thinking that's what everything's supposed to be.
Yeah, people don't never talk about the positive things that happen. They don't talk about all the negative. But a lot of positivity happened. Just like you sometimes you have to take the negative with the positive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, the ballroom scene has a lot of negative components, but it also has a lot of positive too. So you gotta take the positive.
Just like it's just like the drag room scene. It's a lot of, and I'm a piggyback off of what you said, because I just made up in my mind. I said, God forgive me, but call me whatever. But I'm really tired of supporting bitches who don't support me. I really am. I ain't gonna lie, bitch. I'm over it. You can only support but so much before you get burnt the fuck out and you about ready to tell everybody to kiss your natural black ass.
And that's very true. We gotta support each other. So I know, even though I wanted 100, I only wanted we only planned for we only planned for about 150 people at the first one. But however, I was just starting out, so I wanted it to be bigger. So I was going different places because I wanted, I was thinking only, let's try to get 200. I wasn't expecting 100. And then after that, the numbers only went up.
Just like for me, I perform. God has blessed me to perform a little bit everywhere. But one of my most memorable and one of the most favorite performances I ever did was that Your Thing for Your Father.
Oh, and he loved you too. I thought y'all was gonna make a baby that night, auntie.
Well, Chad, it's hard to make a baby when you're a virgin, honey. I don't know how it's gonna be. We're gonna be immaculate conception or something, honey. I've had don't look at me like. But no, I didn't, if it was, I didn't feel any, negative energy going on. And maybe I didn't feel any negative energy because it was you and your father there and y'all wasn't going to allow nothing to happen. But it wasn't no, minus the little child stepping on the back of my goddamn dress. But anyway, We're not.
And he still talks
But
about that
you
too.
know, I that was actually one of my all-time favorite performances.
Mhm. He still talks about that, and just so everybody know, that's my yeah. She performed a couple years ago. It was a few years ago. It was my gay father, overall father, Bam Ebony. It was his birthday party, and you came and you rocked the house, and he enjoyed it. You was one of his guest performances. We had different performances going on, and we had a strip perform and everything. But you definitely took the show,
But see, that's
and you didn't even have to take off nothing.
and you know, and I tell the children all the time. I know, and you know, even some of the young children, whether it's the ballroom scene or whether the drag scene, you know, some of them come up in this bitch and they think they know everything. You know, sometimes you just gotta sit back and say, "Girl, if you know everything, go right on ahead." And when you fall on your face, I'll be there to pick you up and say, "Would you like to start over?"
Hmm.
You know, and that's something that I'm gonna work on you heavily with is bridging the gap between the communities, because to be honest with you, it shouldn't be a separation in who, what, when, where, how in the hell it happened. And even in the drag world, we kind of go through the same things. You got to know your promoters, because there's times that I done been to did gigs, and before I even got the fuck out the gig, the promoter and the goddamn money was gone.
Hmm. I remember I went to a ball like that before. That I was getting dressed for my category, and before I got dressed, the promoter came out and said the other promoter hit it with the money. I was so mad. But once again, that's knowing your balls and knowing
And like you say, no, I mean, and you know what? And when you say
or
that,
knowing
you
your
know,
balls.
people
That
need,
sounds so nasty, don't it? Knowing your
not to
promoters.
me. Okay. But I mean, and that's in general, even in life. And I tell children, you know, when you want to run for pageants or whatever, you got to know who the hell a promoter is. Some promoters are shady and some not. No shade. I mean, I would never run for a pageant that your daughter's in charge of.
Mm. Oh, you wouldn't?
No, bitch.
Why not?
I would have to. I
I
would
just
have
had
to
to
kick.
think what you was
I would
talking
have to kick.
about.
I would have to
You
kick
wouldn't support
Gabby's
my
ass.
daughter?
I would have to kick Gabby's ass. Do you hear me?
Why? I thought her shows was really good. I
Who
know she
told you
won a
that?
lot of
She did.
titles.
Do what?
I know she won a lot of titles.
She brought a lot of titles.
See now, come on now, don't try my daughter on live. Come on.
Well, anyway, you can. But no, that's one promoter that I would never run for any of her pageants.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, see, I don't know. See, I'm not really in the drag world. I know as far as what I do like that she brings a lot, like a lot of energy to her performances and stuff like that. So she brings a lot of energy, and her performances are really good. And I know, she does different
She's not
stuff.
a good promoter.
Yeah, now, I mean, I don't know. I'm not in there, but I think what she does good though. I think she does a
Yeah,
good
she
job.
she does she does okay. I'll give her a props. Okay, I'm
She
not
does
being mean. I'm just being me. Know your promoters, bitches. Know your promoters, honey.
okay.
Learn them for yourself. Don't learn them from what the fuck I say, because I may see things a different way. Learn them for you. Don't say what Helena said. Bitch Helena said I don't deal with her. Ain't got shit to do with you.
Yeah, but I mean, see, but that's what I mean. That's why we need to support each other more. You get what I'm saying? You being an older person in the community and a more seasoned person, why not take her under your wing? Why not help her a little bit? Why not say, this is what
But
you
baby,
need
let me
to do?
explain. And you can attest to this, honey. You can only help people
Because
who want to be fucking
because
helped.
both of y'all been nothing but great to me. So I would think that would be easy to do.
Well, I'll work on that, honey. I'm here to help whenever I can, but honey, I'm tired of sticking out my damn arm and a leg, bitch. I don't want to walk with no cane. I want to walk on my own two limbs, honey. Praise the Lord. Did
Praise
you
him.
go to the event last night?
No, I didn't.
Me either.
It wasn't on purpose though. I was just
Mine
really
was.
tired.
Mine was on purpose.
Why was yours on purpose?
Huh?
Why was yours on purpose?
But mine was on financial purposes.
Okay. Okay.
I mean,
But
you know, I'm old. I'm not one of them children that go somewhere and ain't got money to buy me no food or buy me no soda or whatever. But that's just not me. And at that particular point in time, I couldn't afford $20 to get in and buy myself a drink too, bitch.
I was going to go, but you know, it was Valentine's Day, and I was tired. So, but I hope it was a great event, though. I definitely
I
hope it
knew too.
was.
I was at the one that they had with Leroy, the Black Pride one they had on the end of Maryland Avenue. I was at that one.
Yeah,
So
that I don't think I've. Was I don't know. I don't know.
what are your political plans for the future?
I will be running for office again. It'll be a announcement. Like it's so many projects that I got coming up, and it'll be some announcements coming out really soon on the different projects. I got some for the community, some political and stuff like that. I really don't want to say right now what they are, but people will be knowing really soon. And I am saying though, 2022, please get out and vote. That's all I'm saying. 2022, please get out and vote. But it will be some. I did run, like I said, two years ago, and came in a nice spot. So, and that was my first time running. So I will be back again. It'll be the last of me.
What
So
what what do you think? What do you think is a feasibility when that movie come out to do a watch party?
I would love to do watch parties, as many watch parties as possible. The premiere is going to be at the Parkway on North Avenue. Of Into the Light. It's going to be in May. It would have came out sooner, but unfortunately, due to COVID, it had to be pushed back a little bit. So please, ladies, bring your gowns. Gentlemen, bring your tuxedos. It's going to be a nice event. It's going to
I mean,
be
I want to do it to the point that I can do a like a red carpet, hey bitches live as the people are coming into the event.
that would be hot. I would love that. I would love that. We tried to do that with the free ball a couple times. We did do it, and we had some great hosts. We had Ballroom Throwbacks came down a couple times, and we had the little red carpet. And we had different hosts. We had Sabrina Icon. She hosted one time. We had Lil James West. He hosted the red carpet before. So I would love that. That would be hot. Something like that would be terrific. You could catch people as they coming in, like, honey, what are you
Right,
wearing? I think that would
right,
be hot.
right,
That would be hot.
right,
I would love that.
right.
Yes,
And 'cause
that's something we could definitely
I'll get in
get
touch.
together.
I'll get in touch with my video. I'll get in touch with my videographer, and I'll actually get him to turn it into a DVD so you can use it for
Ooh,
a little fundraiser for something. If you want to sell a little DVDs for $5 or whatever, $10 or whatever, and boom.
Auntie, you was over there brainstorming. You were more than
Look,
nice.
I gotta get these children together. I gotta get in the best way that I can that don't include fucking one another. Okay.
And get
That's a
this
great idea. That's a great.
money.
I love that idea. Actually, that's a good idea.
And
Thank
then my thing is, and with this platform that we're blessed here, you also got to realize that when we do that, it will also be streaming in Detroit, it'll be streaming in Atlanta, it'll be streaming in Jamaica, it'll be streaming in Florida. So like right
you.
now, this show is being streamed in all these different places.
Mhm. Wow, that's amazing. Congratulations too.
We
Congratulations on
stream
everything.
we stream in 15 different states and 3 different countries.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
That's all his
Congratulations.
hard work. I'm just here being beautiful and trying not to work my neck too much.
Okay.
You know how we do it, H2 Nighthawk Network. Our voices for our
But yeah, Keith, I think that would be excellent because that's a way to bring the Nighthawk Network into a knowledge of what's going on. Because I told them a long time ago that I was waiting for the next formal affair so I can be that bitch with that microphone and say, "Who are you wearing?
Okay.
Who husband did you sleep with last night?
I think it
Who
would be
gave you
hot.
head?"
I think that would be hot.
And that would be like, streaming at the same time, getting people involved and, letting people get an insight so they can see what the ball is from their own eyes instead of coming up with their conclusions from what everybody else is saying.
And it's really helping bridge the relationship, like we talked about. It's helping
Yeah.
bridge the various things together. Because at the end of the day, like I said, we deal with so much stigma from everybody else. Why not? Why aren't we working together? Why aren't we communicating? Why aren't we collaborating? You know what I mean?
But you know what,
So
nephew?
I think that's a
You know
great
what?
idea.
But you know what, nephew? The sad part about it is we deal with that from other people. But what I want us to realize is, unfortunately, the sad part about that is we deal about that with a lot of our fucking own that should fucking know better.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
You know,
We
so
deal with so much.
I'm here
Why
for
are
it.
we dealing with our own? I think that's a great idea. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I mean,
Now,
like I said,
y'all,
you know,
y'all heard her say it. So
I'm
y'all
here.
heard her say it. So I
Y'all
got
hear her
proof
say it.
now.
I will be the roving reporter, not the roving head getter, the roving reporter. Okay.
Okay. So y'all heard her
And,
say it live on the air. Live on the air.
right. Even to the point where I walk inside and talk to the vendors and find out who they're from, what they part. I mean, just so they can get a full insight of what this is all about. You know what I'm saying?
hmm I think that would be a great idea. I think that would be a great idea.
We
I think
gotta,
that
you
would be
know,
a great idea.
we gotta get out there and we gotta do things. I think the more we show people that we can do things collectively, the more helpful they'll be to us as a community.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I
Cause
absolutely.
don't nobody want to help nobody.
We gotta
They at each
showcase.
other's throats 24/7.
We have to showcase. We have to support each other. And
Right.
thank you, JoJo. I appreciate it. Thank you. Mind you,
JoJo
I'm
is
reading
just
comments now.
JoJo
Huh?
is just fresh. Don't pay him no mind. Or he's like,
Thank you, JoJo. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
well,
I'm
your
so
vote won't
shy. I'm
count,
so
JoJo.
shy.
Damn it, you live in Georgia. How the hell you gonna vote all the way up here with your nasty? Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, you don't even live it. Oh, but still, thank you for the support. I really appreciate
Thank you for the support. Send in the mail-in ballot. Okay.
it. Okay.
So, go
Thank
ahead,
you
Big
so much.
E.
You bad, JoJo. You bad.
I told you, don't take him long. I know the next thing he gonna know is when Keith coming back on the show, girl. Give it a time. I had to have a bang for my buck. You know, I had to come back and I had to set this motherfucker shit off, honey. I got handsome men on
Oh,
both
thank
sides of me.
you.
You mad and all?
I don't know about this dude here, but
Thank
that dude
you.
right
Thank
there,
you. I really appreciate that.
I appreciate you coming on the show, guy. Thanks for all the good information you gave us tonight.
Thank you.
And
Thank you so
remember,
much.
he said, everybody, please remember that we have to get out and vote in 2022. Y'all need to
Ab-
get off this soapbox where you only want to vote every 4 damn years. Every time there's an election, get up off of that ass and vote. And if you don't see nobody on the ballot you like, write your own goddamn name in. Don't waste the damn
Absolutely.
ballot, bitch.
Right, because you already
Absolutely.
know that orange clown got away with another one last weekend, and you know why? Because we still got people in office that don't need to be there. We got to get up
hmm
and get them up out of here just like we got him out. The job is not
And
over. Folks.
it's time that we put some new blood. You know, us old bitches like this bitch, Mitch McConnell. It's time for your old ass to pass that mantle on to somebody else and let them be in office for 40 goddamn years. Cause bitch, you ain't gonna be in
Yeah.
office for another 40 years. Get the hell out the way, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Nancy Pelosi, I love you to life. Move your ass out the way too, girl. Get the hell on out the way. We need some
Chuck,
fresh meat up in the house.
Chuck, go
hmm
down and take it into
Absolutely.
y'all. All y'all need to go ahead and have several seats.
I'm seriously considering Helena running for office.
I see it. I say go for it. I say go for it. We we need
I'm
more
gonna
people
run
to
for
look
the
like
office
us.
of
So,
secretary. Hey nephew, I'm gonna run for the
huh?
office. I'm gonna run for the office. I'm gonna be the Secretary of Trade.
Okay. Okay. So you going dibble and everything then, because that's all that's up there. It seems like. Okay.
I'm like, you're
You
not
gonna be in
trade.
all the
You're not
agencies.
trade. You're not
Okay.
trade. You're not trade. And now I have a question. This is a general question, and anybody can answer it. What does Valentine's Day really mean to you?
Valentine's Day to me is a day of love, a day of expression, which should be honestly every day. But but I enjoy a box of chocolates, here and there.
What's your
Like,
address? I'm quite sure I can get a couple of my viewers to send you a box of chocolates, honey, especially JoJo, honey.
oh,
Okay.
okay. I like teddy bears. I love long stem roses and long walks on the beach.
I
Man,
like long stem. I like long stem roses, long stem men. Long... That was a
that's
joke.
what
Okay.
he told me, and I believe him. He said, "Don't love these hoes, don't trust these hoes." I'm at.
I will most definitely do my. I mean, it is. I mean, don't get me wrong. There was a time in my life that Valentine's Day was one of those days that I, celebrated and all that kind of stuff. But now I'm into celebrating myself. Throw the rose petals in the water, sit in the bathtub, and be all
Mhm.
cute and all that kind. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a significant other. I mean, I told you
Yeah.
my biggest problem is I run into guys who can't deal with Derek and Helena. They want one or the other. Well, bitch, you can't have one or the other. I'm like Donald. I'm Billie Holiday, bitch. Why not take all of me? You can't take a part here and a part there, bitch. This is a whole complete package.
Burn it.
And put milk in the water too. It's nothing like it. Put rose petals,
Oh yeah,
milk.
that's a good one. See,
I put a little bit of
yes.
olive oil. I use all
Mm.
natural, like shea butters and
Now I
stuff like
can't
that.
do
I like
olive
that
oil,
stuff.
because bitch, I might slide out the bathtub. What you trying to make your arm break her hip, bitch?
No, you gotta put a little bit of olive oil. That way, when you get out, your body is nice and yeah.
Somebody might try to cook me, bitch. They might try to stir fry me if they know I got olive oil on.
Okay, well that means you're going to taste good, honey. That's what it.
Yes. So when you said that, the first thing came to my mind was Jeffrey Dahmer. No, bitch, I don't want to taste good, honey. I don't want to taste good.
Uh,
Gobble, gobble,
don't
gobble.
silk with it, milk with it. Don't silk with it, milk with it.
So,
Okay.
what do you do to relax yourself? What is a relaxing evening for you
Relax and put it.
outside of the Nighthawk Network?
When I ain't being COO of the Nighthawk Network, I like to
Yeah.
enjoy the sweetness of a York peppermint patty.
A York peppermint patty.
Yes, feel the sensation. That's right. No, but I
Well,
just
my
like
sin.
and watch a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Put
But
on my
what me and Keith and I talked about when that movie come out in May, we're gonna do like a watch party. But I'm gonna do a Hey Bitches live at the movie premiere.
all
I
right.
think that'd be hot. Don't you think so? I think that'd be hot.
Now, that sounds like a good move right there. But yeah, don't forget to tell them about
Mhm.
our Zoom party next month when we watch the movie now. You know what movie we talking about.
What movie we watching?
You know,
Suckerdick.com.
I seen
no,
that one.
man. We gonna watch the King of Zamunda do his thing once again.
Oh
I
yeah,
do
we
that.
doing
I
a
did
watch
hear about
party for
that.
Coming to America 2.
Oh, I
Well,
definitely heard about
actually,
that
on the
movie.
Nighthawk
I saw
Network,
the
we're actually going
trailer.
to start. We're going to start a movie club, and Keith, you're welcome to be a part of it. Once a month,
I
we're
would
going to
love
pick a
to.
movie that we're going to watch, and then we all going to come back, and just conversate. Just trying to do different things, because like I tell people, our platform here on the Nighthawk Network, we don't discriminate. Our platform is for anybody who got something that they want to teach somebody. Just don't be disrespectful, and when you bring the shit, know the shit. Don't be bringing shit that you don't know nothing about, because I'm gonna embarrass your ass, honey. I'm sorry. My time is valuable. It costs a lot of money to keep these chitties perked, honey.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna take a commercial break, and then we're gonna say a couple of more words to my wonderful nephew, and we're gonna
Oh, don't be telling the
Joe,
secret. Oh, come on, Joe.
he said you seem like the romantic type and freaky, licky in private. Ooh,
Don't
I
be
am very romantic, actually. I am, and I am freaky and all that good stuff. Yes, I am. Thank you very much.
excuse me, I'm your honor. I don't
Commercial
want to hear
break
that
now.
shit.
Okay.
Ooh.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, JoJo. I'm gonna block your ass. You just nasty. I don't have time for nasty people, especially when it's not me, bitch. Okay. Okay. It seems like every male guest I bring on here, JoJo get lightheaded.
Oh wow. I thought I was
Your boo
special.
in the house, H2. Your boo is here.
Hey, Miss Barbara. Oh, shaka, girl.
What up?
Everybody getting this? This is my wonderful. Well, yeah, well, y'all know he's good. Y'all know he coming back because we go and then when this Corona stuff is over, we can be like next to each other. Like I said, I apologize for the lighting, but guess what? The bitch is here. You can see me, honey. I'm still slim in the motherfucking waist and cute in the goddamn face, honey. Okay, how you doing?
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna take this commercial break and we're gonna come back and we're gonna let Keith give us his last words of wisdom and his words of intelligence, and he's gonna tell you no, I'm not gonna say. When we come back, we all gonna tell you if we size queens or not. No, I'm just joking.
On Ted.
We can't tell you everything, bitches. Okay. Close your mouth, child.
Okay.
Come on, Eric. Where's this commercial? We're gonna take this. Yeah. Ooh.
Okay, now. All right, y'all. We're going to commercial. H2 and the crew will be back in a second, y'all.
Yes, we will, honey. Y'all be ready. We be ready.
Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Hi, this is your boy Eric Buckner, and right now you're looking at my show, Get Off My Lawn Live, here on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Tune in each Tuesday as we talk.
All right, we're back, bitches.
I
Okay,
can't link
okay,
my cash app
okay.
to my.
Oh, freaking
Shimmy, shimmy, motherfucking Cocoa Pops, honey. You know I'm the Dinah Ross of talk shows, bitch. I change my clothes more than some of y'all people change your tampons, honey. Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Barbara say you look amazing or no.
Woo, child. Shimmy, shimmy, Cocoa Pop. I was gonna do some
oh
Tina
my
Turner, but
God!
I
You
let
changed.
Ike in it.
Here go
Yeah.
JoJo.
Question to Keith. What is your ideal type of a partner who would you like to be intimate with? Oh well, jeez. Ooh, wait a minute. Wait. Oh.
That's my brother. That's it,
um,
JoJo.
I don't have an ideal partner. I don't believe in titles, and I don't have an ideal partner. I just, look for love. I'm a hopeless romantic. So
They say, "Hey nephew, you hot." Everyone's in the family. I thank God that I'm blessed
thank
with a good
you.
looking family. I mean, there's a place for everybody, but I thank God that I don't have a bunch of ugly people in my family. Thank you. Ain't God good?
For
Thank
real.
God, good. Thank you.
I have handsome nephews and beautiful nieces and beautiful children. And I mean, they make some, I ain't gonna lie, some of them are beautiful on the outside, but they got some fucked up attitudes, honey. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I gotta bring them under subjection. Like, shut it down, bitch. Oh no, I don't act like that. I'm a fucking lady. So Keith, what do you want to say to our viewers? Let them know about what you got coming up. So well, we most definitely know that he's most definitely going to be back on the show. Maybe next time he'll come back and bring one of his children or whatever, and we can dissect. I mean, no matter how you slice it, we can always have a conversation about the ballroom scene. But I just don't want us to have a conversation about the ballroom scene and to fall on deaf ears.
Absolutely, absolutely. Um, well, like I said, please get out and vote. 2022 announcements will be coming up with various projects going on. Announcements will be coming up as far as Into the Light in May. That now we will have Hey Bitches Live. So please,
Yes, we're gonna be up in the building, bitches.
yeah, so please, just follow me and let me know. Keep Ebony Hope Facebook. If you got anything that you want to do, cultural competency, any of that kind of stuff, you can email me and let me know. We can come up with something. We can do workshops, we could do interventions,
Right.
we could do retreats, we could do whatever it is that you want to do, and as much as your pocketbook would allow. Um, you can email princekeithebony@gmail.com, and we could definitely piece something together. And thank you so much, Auntie, for having me on. Thank you so much, Eric, for having me on. I really, really appreciate it. It's been fun. It's been a great opportunity to come talk to everybody. Thank you to all the viewers, and I really appreciate it. It was a great experience.
when
Thank
when
you.
when you're ready to run for office and you need commercials, or you like for your balls or whatever, you need commercials. Let me and my brother know him more than me. I do the verbal part to commercials. He do all the technical stuff, putting pictures together and all that kind of
For
stuff. I'm
real.
just a bit. So if you got commercials that you want done for a ball or for something that you're doing, may you send us in. Like say hypothetically, you want to do something, you want to send in
Amazing.
like 5 or 6 pictures, and then just put captions over them and turn it. Let us know. We got you.
Yeah, we
Thank
still working
you.
on our technical
That's what
stuff.
I'm talking. That's why we need to collaborate and know, because there's so much talent that we have. I would not know, and that's amazing. Why outsource when we can insource in our own community?
Yeah,
Thank
'cause
you,
some of those commercials you seen just now, we made those.
thank you, thank you. That's good. That's
So no
good.
matter
See,
what,
now,
and
now
it's
we
and it,
know.
and it, and it's and it's and it's nothing too small. You know what I'm saying? If my thing like this, if it's important to you, we're gonna make it important to us.
Thank
Absolutely.
you, thank you, thank you. We need to know those things about each other. We definitely do.
Yeah, we try.
Thank you.
We trying to bring the village back strong and stronger and stronger, because we lost the village some damn well. I don't know where we lost the village at, but we
Hmm.
trying to bring it back. Our voice, our people. We here for it.
Right. We trying to do
Okay.
our best for us to help us. That's all.
So
Definitely.
guys, we're gonna let my nephew go. Before we close out tonight, I want to thank all of you for being here. Thank you even for being here in the midst of the technical difficulties, because you know what, situations like that makes me strong. I wasn't gonna get down. I say the devil is a lie. I tried every device up in here except my dildo. But I tried every device up in here. They didn't work. So my brother came to the rescue as usual. And we here, bitches, okay? I'm gonna get
And
Derek. I'm
just
gonna get Derek next week with them up telling people I wouldn't had an abortion or nasty motherfucker. Oh, I'm sorry.
just to
Oh,
let everyone know, I made it to New York safely.
Well,
My
my
son
nephew
is
made it to New York safely. He said I
right.
was getting scared. You say for a minute there your son was scaring you. I got nervous, honey.
nah, yeah, but we are here. We are safe. So thank you.
We love
Whew,
you. Mwah, mwah,
love you
mwah.
too.
Thanks
Thank you so
again.
much.
Appreciate you now.
Eric, don't go nowhere.
I'm here.
See,
Thank
and
you.
and he's a young man. See, my thing is when we're blessed with platforms like this, I need people to take advantage of them. You know what I'm saying? Now we got an opportunity where somebody is willing to do a workshop or retreat on the ballroom scene. You know what I'm saying? So if it's information that you want, my thing is I think we here tonight Network wants you to get the correct information instead of the wrong information. You know, we're not. We're one thing I know I can say we pride ourselves, and we are not one of them sources that do a bunch of fake news. I know for a fact. You know, being an interview person myself, you know that you have to fact check 2 and 3 sources to make sure that it's accurate, and not just put up the first thing that comes across the screen. So that's why I
Absolutely.
like to bring people to you like this. I do know now I'm put out a field to some of my friends, because I'm like I said, I have to get somebody over here to check out all this, because this is the first show that I've done in a minute where I didn't have everything accessible. But God is still good. Don't get me wrong. We still showed in. My nephew showed up. He gave us a lot of information that I think that we needed. You know, like I said, I'm excited. I'm excited to be back after my week after my week of getting my titties done. So I'm okay. I'm just elated, and I think, like I said, I could never thank the Nighthawk Network enough for always being in my corner. Always was that Coach V that came in earlier?
Absolutely. It was. It was. Uh-huh. That being said, okay, you can thank me in one way, H2, if you would. Yeah, let me
I'm
talk about
listening.
the show tomorrow, right quick, since I'm here.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so tomorrow on Get Off My Lawn Live, we are going to talk about how we are going to re-engage in society now that it appears that COVID is starting to slow down a bit, and we on the way to whatever the new normal is. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. We're going to talk about, are you ready? Some of the steps you need to take, some of the things you need to look into, because I promise y'all, a lot of y'all ain't thought this thing through like I have. So I'm going to walk you through my process and see if we on the same page with it. Cause I think some of y'all really need to think before y'all jump up out here like, yeah, it's on again. Not so fast, y'all. We got to consider a few things. Another thing we're gonna
Well,
talk
it's,
about.
you know,
Yeah, go ahead. Another thing we're gonna talk about is we're gonna have a little fun tomorrow. So here's the topic we're gonna put out to you. If there was any music video back in the day that you could redo now, what would it be? Any music video from back there in the 80s and 90s that you could redo now, what would it be? Because remember, we got all this wonderful technology that we didn't have back then. And even though we didn't have it 30 years ago, we still had some awesome videos, didn't we? So imagine if we took some of that and expanded it and used some of today's technology with it. Or if we use it different, because sometimes you had a video and you hated the way that artist did that video. So what
yeah,
if you did a video your way? What
yeah.
would it be? So yeah, we're gonna talk about that tomorrow as well as the usual hot topics and whatnot. Got to talk about that orange fool and the chaos that he's still causing, even though he still ain't in office. And we got to get into the whole COVID thing and the vaccines and whatnot. Got some updates on that. One more thing we're gonna talk about tomorrow is the CDC has put out some new guidelines to open schools back safely. Remember last week on the show we talked about how we gonna reopen the schools. Well, they got some new rules now. Let's see if y'all agree with some of this. From what I see
Wow.
so far, not so much. So yeah, that's
But
what we're
see,
gonna talk.
but and you know what? And keeping my ear to the ground, I've come to the conclusion that a lot of these school systems are reopening for the fact of money, because if they don't reopen, they're gonna lose funds. I think that's fucked up. Excuse my
It
language.
is because they should make it to where, at least for this year, some exceptions are made. And that's definitely something I want to talk about more in depthly tomorrow, because the thing is, whether your kid was going to school in bits and pieces, as they were in some of these states, or they just been virtual this whole time. Either way it go, these kids gonna be behind, and we need to have that full understanding. So whatever we come up with now don't matter. In the end, we still gotta fix what was broken in the first place, and ain't nobody talking enough about that part.
But see, that's because unfortunately, a lot of things in this society, we always want to put band-aids on shit when it needs a gauze pad. A band-aid don't cover up every goddamn thing, honey.
Right? Sometimes you need full stitches in the whole nine.
Right. Just like Eric said. I mean, when he said earlier about asking yourself the question, are you prepared for the regular norm? And a part of preparing for that is, what the fuck is, you gonna have to know what the fuck is the regular norm.
Right? Exactly. Because for y'all that's thinking, okay, once this done, we ain't have to wear no mask no more. Not so fast. Not so fast.
And Eric, let me tell you something. One thing, I can't speak for nobody else, but I know for a fact that I had way more blessings out of the COVID than I had curses.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm
And
not.
this
I'm
on my
not. I'm not gonna say I didn't have my bad times, my short, but I did. But my blessings outweigh my negative aspects of this COVID thing.
right. That's why I said this week on my audio podcast, I'm gonna talk about the top 10 blessings and the top 10 curses of COVID-19. That's gonna be my topic. Top 10 blessings.
That's gonna be a good topic, because Eric, we go, and I found out, and thanks to you guys, I found out that you guys really enjoyed the Get Off My Lawn After Dark edition. I heard you guys was getting real like hooky, honey. But we're most definitely gonna bring it back, because I'd like to have an opportunity to talk about things as adults, and
Right.
you can feel free to talk about them, and nobody's gonna judge you and things of that nature.
Well, I got a couple guests lined up. We get these folks on. You think it was hot before? It's gonna be spicy hot next time around.
Because you heard my nephew say he was freaky, kind of threw me for a loop. I was like, JoJo be just bringing shit out of people, honey. I don't know what's going on.
Joe. Preach, y'all. We have continued to be very clear about everything, including Miss By Felicia Trump's Ebeline stunts. Mm-hmm.
But see, and that's one of the issues, and like I was telling my nephew, that's one of the issues with the ballroom scene, because people are trying to step into the ballroom scene and they have no knowledge of it whatsoever. They're going off of what somebody told them, and it's not like that.
Very true. Very true.
He and I'm grateful that all of the guests that God has blessed me with, they have been educational guests. I haven't had not one person on this show that I personally didn't learn something from.
Right. I could say the same for my show too. I've had some pretty good guests as well.
And that's a blessing. I mean, it's a blessing. I want everybody to know, the time and effort that, this is not something that, but I can't speak for everybody. I know for me and Eric, I can say for a fact, this is not something that we just wake up on Monday and throw on a hat and say, this is, it's a process. You have to have pre-production meetings. You have to make sure your laptop or your desktop is on point. It's a lot to it. And I'm grateful because it keeps me grounded.
Absolutely. And like I said, I'm thankful that the Nighthawk Network came into being, because before all this, I was down, feeling depressed, sitting here just eating up a storm, all that good stuff, not knowing what was going to happen with this pandemic. But through the processes that became the Nighthawk Network, it gave me purpose. It gave me an outlet to educate other folks and get educated as well. I so much appreciate it and all of you. So thank you so much for being a part of the network. We will continue to bring you quality, quality, quality.
And if you want to know anything else, if you want to kind of like say, if you want to use anything to describe the Nighthawk Network, just say this: we're probably one of the most respectful networks that you will find in television or podcasting today. Period.
Yes, because we are doing our very best to be very all inclusive for everybody. And for those of you that have any information that you want to pass to us, or you have anything that you want to say in regards to the show, feedback, what have you, we now at the Nighthawk Network do have our own Gmail. That is right here on the screen. We have the Nighthawk Network. That's Night H Network 313 at gmail.com. Again, that is Night H Network 313 at gmail.com. And you send all your comments care of your favorite host or person in the Nighthawk Network, and I will make sure that that information gets to them as soon as I get it. So again, that's Night H Network 313 at gmail.com. Send all your comments, your thoughts, any information you have for us, any inquiries, you send all that to that Gmail address and we will address it. Next week, also, we will have a number that you can call as well if you have information for the Nighthawk Network, and we will also use that as the call-in line for the Nighthawk Network as well.
And remember, we're in the business of helping our brothers and sisters to promote their business, which is very important. And I'm grateful for the opportunity. Like I said, I know my brother. Look, we just got a potential client tonight, Keith. So and like you say, things like this we need to do, and instead of always outsourcing, we can keep it right within the network.
Absolutely. Amen. I feel you all. Y'all helped me a lot through my struggles and sickness. I'm forever grateful to y'all for being you. Love you all. We love you too, JoJo.
JoJo, trust me. You helped us as well too. Because let me explain something to y'all that you may not know. In this world right now, when you realize that when you are a person that is comfortable with yourself, you don't become uncomfortable with other people. That's why I can say for the Nighthawk Network, yes, we have some gay people here, we have some straight people, we have some bi people, we have some white people, we have some black people. We are all inclusive network. We don't discriminate against anybody, but the only thing we do is tell everybody to, mind your P's and Q's. But we got a couple of bouncers in the network that we're not really worried about. It's a lot easier for you to deal with us than to deal with them. But like Miss Pat and JoJo and Miss Barbara and Big Red. So
So come correct. But yeah, the whole thing, folks, is don't get it twisted. We don't mind if you have opinions that differ from ours. We actually encourage that, because when we have these discussions where the positive and negative come together to try to gain understanding and develop some sense of healing, and that way we can all move forward. So we need to have these conversations. So if you don't agree with some of the things that's being said, let us know. There's a way to let us know without it being all out of hand, so that we can sit and have a discussion. Remember my show last Tuesday, Get Off My Lawn Line, when we talked about the teachers and some of the parents came on. They thought a little differently about some of the things, but we were able to talk some of that out. So they had to understand what the teachers felt, and the teachers had to understand what the parents felt.
Right. Yeah, because coming up here on Heyyy Bitches Live next week, we have my former instructor from Baltimore City Community College. She's also designed for Dior, Saint Yves Laurent. She designed for Chanel, and she also designed for Halston. So she's gonna come on here. She's gonna give us some information about something that a lot of us don't know. She's gonna give us some information on some legendary Black African American fashion designers, and she's going to give us some insight on fashion as a whole. She's going to talk about her company that she has a company that specializes in making masks. I'm actually going to talk to her and see if she wants the Nighthawk Network to do a commercial for her mask company. But she, like I said, she was one of my instructors, and now she called me her colleague because I so too. But next week is going to be her, and then the week after her, we're going to have my daughter on, who has authored 3 books. She's a single mother of 3. So that's going to be a really good a good insight. So we'll be able to give you the links to the book. Even back to Miss Sally, she actually has published a couple of fashion illustration books. that has been
Okay.
published and used in FIT, used at BCCC, used at most colleges that has flat pattern design. Her book is in the place.
Absolutely. That's what's up. And yeah, also shout out to our new friends that we meeting over on Vigo that's starting to join us. We appreciate you guys. It's become quite a good place to network and meet some quality folks. And I'm starting to gain some understandings of whatnot of how Bigo works. And you guys are starting to see my Nighthawk network and spread that love when I come over to your room. So I appreciate you very much. Thank you for doing that. So shout out to you guys. Keep up the good work. And we will keep up the good work on this end.
I want you guys to know that we love you, we appreciate you, we thank you for all that you do for us. We thank, like I say all the time, if it wasn't no you, it would be no us. So whether it's 1, 10, 20, 50, we appreciate whenever you come in the room, and we most definitely appreciate when you take the time out of your day to be a part of our show and you interact with us and you comment, because your comments are very important to us. And like I said before, sometimes your comments will actually turn into topics for upcoming shows. You guys don't know that, but they really do.
That's very true. And like I said, we appreciate it because it's hundreds and hundreds of thousands of podcasts and broadcasts out there. So the fact that you can take time and watch 2 or 3 minutes of ours is so much appreciated by us. It really truly is. And like I said, and for those of you in particular that not only watch the podcast but share them with others, we really appreciate you guys as well.
And I want to give big ups to my associate producer, my IT person, my big brother. Y'all, I was so elated with these new intros and outros. I feel like a motherfucking star, honey, a star. Oh, yes, don't lay with it, play with, don't play with it, lay with it, bitch. Okay. But I'm
Yeah,
grateful. But we're gonna call it a night. I thank you. I see you next week. Same Helena channel, same Helena time. We don't do the bat because we ain't no bat. Same Helena time, same Helena channel. Thank you guys. I love you, Miss Pat. I love you, Eric. I love you, Israel. I love you, Leah. I love you, Meech, Big Reds, Miss Reds. I love all. I haven't seen Tracy in a while. Have anybody done a wellness check on him?
we will do that. We will do that. But Trace, if you see this later on and sometimes do, shout out to you too, Trace. We appreciate you.
We love
But
you,
yeah,
Trace.
unfortunately, we do not have the new outro for Miss Elena due to technical difficulties. However, we will run this interlude, and next week we will have that for you. It's gonna be hot. So until next time, we're gonna run this interlude at the close. Thanks, y'all. See y'all tomorrow. Get off my lawn live, 8:30. Love you, H2.
Love you too, Biggie.